Hi everyone, I'm Heather Poduska, star maker to entrepreneurs who want to unlock their potential and command any stage. Welcome to Thrive, the show where I bring you tips, resources, and people to help you create a more abundant life and business. You are in for high value content coming to you from industry leaders who are growing their business, making an impact, and rocking their brands. Welcome to the show. Here we go. Hey everyone, I'm Heather Poduska, founder of the Brand Star Academy, where I teach entrepreneurs how to be powerful, profitable speakers and create their own celebrity personal brands. This is the Inspired Diva video series where I bring you inspiration to help you be your best in life and in business. This is video number 98. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite things, and that is branding. And it's one of the core pieces of my business. I'm a personal brand strategist, and I'm not just a business coach who learned it along the way. This really is like the heart and soul of what I do. And even though I talk about being a powerful, profitable speaker, you can't get on stage, you can't get on the media, you can't go on a live stream and give a powerful talk if you don't know what your brand is, if you don't know what your story is, if you don't know what your mission is, if you don't know how to communicate your value. So branding is the key foundational piece before anything else goes. It has to be there. Otherwise, you're just spinning your wheels, or worse, you're throwing, money out the door because you're marketing something that you're not super clear about. So I love branding. I love talking about it. I love thinking about it. And I see amazing results from people who actually put the time and effort into doing it and getting clear and getting aligned with who they are and what they want in the world. So today I wanted to talk about an exercise that a lot of people have done. I've done it. I learned it from some business coaches. I've given it to some of my clients, and that is the exercise of surveying your audience. And the way the exercise works is you ask them, what is your impression of me? What are some adjectives that best describe me? And then you look at the results, you aggregate the results, and you see which ones come up the most often. And then that is sort of your brand, brand adjectives that you're like, okay, this is how I'm perceived. This is how I should use my communication. So my communications should be filtered through these adjectives, so that if my audience describes me as smart, fun, outgoing, that my language is smart, that my videos might be fun, that I'm showing up as an outgoing person because that's what my audience is responding to, that's how they're perceiving me. But, and here is an issue that I have with this exercise, it can be very limiting to a person who isn't in alignment quite yet, because your audience might be picking up on things that are either outdated for you. Maybe there's something gurgling up on the inside that's trying to come out that's not quite there yet, and the audience hasn't picked up on it. Maybe you haven't been comfortable expressing it, or maybe you've outgrown some of the adjectives and you just haven't made that shift yet, and it doesn't feel like hand to glove. And what happens is you can get very, very boxed in. And I've done this exercise. Maybe some of you have given me some great feedback about my brand, and I know that for me, one of the things that sort of got left behind is fun and funny and silly and edgy, and those are things that I really like. I'm just a big goofball, but I like to be edgy too. There's definitely an edge to me, and if that's not present, I don't feel like I have my edge. And that for a long time that didn't come back for feedback for me because I wasn't projecting it. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about, is that it's our responsibility to take ownership of the brand. It's held in the mind of our audiences, but we can influence what that perception is. And your brand should be both intentional and aspirational. So, where we are now is all of the things that we've done and what we've thought about and felt up to this point, and what that perception is up to this point. But we're moving forward in our lives. We're forward thinking. We're looking for bigger opportunities, new ways to grow, to really stretch ourselves and evolve as humans. So that brand is going to shift as you move through life. And if you are not moving with that, your brand is not evolving, you're going to start to feel stale in your branding, and it's not going to have that excitement for you as the entrepreneur. So it's really important when you do an exercise like that, when you survey people, you always have to remember that it's through their lens how they see you, and sometimes there's an investment on their end to seeing you a certain way that doesn't have to do with you. So you always want to make sure that it comes from you first, that it feels good first, because that's when you start to get excited and the magic starts to happen. You know, if you aren't 100% yourself and you show up and you're just catering to that audience, it's kind of like showing up on a date and trying to be impressive, and you get deeper into the relationship and then someone's disappointed. Either you feel like you can't be yourself, or if you're yourself, then the other person's disappointed. And that's the last thing you want, especially when it comes to building your business. You really want to keep that excitement there. So I think, one analogy to sort of bring this home is, as a singer, if I am going to plan a program, I really want to please my audience. I want to get people in the door. So I'm taking what they want into account. Maybe they want to hear a lot of Puccini or, Verdi or whatever, like whatever is popular, Mozart, like that kind of repertoire for a classical concert. And I have to be careful as a singer to make sure that the repertoire suits my voice. If I go out and sing Wagner and I'm not a Wagnerian soprano and I'm doing it just to please my audience, I am going to shred my chords and I'm not going to be happy. Or I might sing repertoire that I don't really like and I'm not fulfilled as an artist. And on the flip side, if I like something very obscure, like maybe some Philip Glass music, and that's a small percentage of the audience that's going to be familiar with that, and I'm not going to have an audience. So it's this dance with the audience of, showing up in a way that fulfills the promise, but also is in alignment with who you are, where you're going, your integrity, your deeper soul, your deeper expression of yourself, and keeping that relevant and at the forefront as much as possible. So this is a little bit more complex video today. I really wanted to dive into deeper into branding and talk about branding, but it's really, really important, because when you can show up as yourself and your audience is, jiving with you, that's when really good things start to happen in your business. So if you want to keep using that exercise, go ahead, go wild, survey your audience, but make sure you are checking in with yourself to make sure that it's resonating with you too. Okay, I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions about this, post them below. Also, if you'd like to know how to use your brand to position yourself as an industry leader so people see you as the go-to expert and you can command higher fees, you can click the link in the comments to grab my free gift to you, 7 steps to become an industry star. Until next time, here's to hitting all your high notes. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, it's Heather again. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Thrive. Every week we try to bring you people and information to help you change your life for the better, to grow your business, to expand your thinking, and to open your heart. If you did enjoy this content, I would so appreciate it if you would go to iTunes and review us. Let us know how we're doing. We'd love to hear your thoughts and your feedback. And if you found this information helpful or useful in any way, please share it on out. Let your friends and family know about Thrive. And finally, if you'd like to know more about me, you can visit me at heatherpoduska.com. Until next time, here's to hitting all your high notes.